That's more like it. That's more like it. What's going on, guys? I am the Modern Film Critic, and it is a big weekend. We are reviewing the most highly anticipated film of the year, Amadeus Christmas. Nope, just kidding. The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, whatever. I say Smaug because that is A-U, that is how you pronounce it. Technically, a lot of news reporters like to say Smaug, but it is indeed Smaug. So the Hobbit Desolation of Smaug follows, the gang. We got Martin Freeman playing Bilbo Baggins, and he kills it once again. And we got the dwarves. They're back. We got Thorin. He's awesome in this film. And, they're going on. They're still continuing their journey. We're still trying to get to this mountain. And hopefully there won't be a dragon, but there probably will be. I was going into this movie, and I had high hopes for it. And if you saw my rewind review where I talked about The Hobbit and An Unexpected Journey, I was super hyped for this movie after seeing that for the first time the other day, because I loved the first one. And I gotta tell you, this one, I can't decide if this one is better or not, because this movie is different from the first one, but at the same time, it's so entertaining and so much fun. Peter Jackson is back directing one of the most visually stunning movies of the year. This looks so good. I saw it in 3D. I didn't have to see it in 3D. I chose to. And it was worth it. The 3D looked very good. I probably should have just stuck with 2D, but I'm not going to judge the movie on how the 3D was or anything. But that being said, the visuals are fantastic, and there were some awesome, fun scenes in this movie. For instance, you got the spider scene, the barrel scene, the whole climax at the end, which is pretty long. And it was a very, very fun ride, especially if you're a Lord of the Rings fan or a Hobbit fan. If you don't know, I've never seen a Lord of the Rings movie. I've only seen The Hobbit, and then I've seen this one, and then I don't know anything about the story. So I'm going into this fresh, open-minded, and I gotta say I really love this movie more than I thought I would actually. Like I said, is it better than the first one? I'm not sure. I'm conflicted. Let me go ahead and tell you about the problems I had with this movie. There's about one or two things. I think the ending sort of got long-winded. I feel like they just sort of stretched it out as much as they could. And it's a very long climax at the end, and I was like, it's starting to get a little bit repetitive. That's my one problem. And there's some points in the movie that lost me. I was like, wait, what's going on right now? Because there's so many characters you gotta follow. You gotta follow, Bilbo Baggins in the group. You gotta follow some dwarves that stayed behind while they went on their quest, and you've also gotta follow Mr. Greybeard himself, Gandalf, and he's awesome in this movie. Ian McKellen is awesome as always as Gandalf the Grey, and he's fun to watch. He's just so strong, and I got emotionally invested in this film. There's so much stuff going on. I was still emotionally invested, but I still got lost a little bit on the way. But once I started picking things up, I'm like, okay, I'm back into it now. Other than that, this movie is near perfect. It's visually stunning. There's so much things to say about this movie because it's very long. It's almost 3 hours, just like the first one. And there's a lot of things going on, but I'm invested all the way, and it's so much fun. It's epic entertainment that I cannot wait to watch again, because the ending just blew my mind when it ended. I was like, I've got to see the third one now. So I don't want to wait a year to see the third one, because this one was so much fun. The performances are great all around. Orlando Bloom, I was like, what's he going to do in this movie? He was actually very awesome in this movie. There's some awesome visual effect moments where there's one scene where Bilbo Baggins has climbed on top of a tree in a forest, and he's like looking at the forest from the top, and it looks beautiful. There's some beautiful shots in this film, which I expect from a movie like this. Peter Jackson is a visual master in movies like these. I really love this movie a lot. I'm a big Peter Jackson fan. I really like the Planet of the Apes film that he did. I love The Hobbit and An Unexpected Journey. I still need to watch The Lord of the Rings, though. I'm missing out. But yeah, guys, if you're a fan of this, if you're a fan of this franchise and you're a fan of the Hobbit movies, you need to check this one out, because this may slowly but surely, as it sits in my brain, it may become my favorite Hobbit movie that I've seen out of the two. Is it the best movie I've seen this year? Probably not, but it may make it my top 10. I'm still thinking about it. It's still settling with me. There's a lot of things to take in this movie, because like I said, you're following a lot of characters, and there's a lot of things going on. If you can just do your best to follow what's happening, I think you're going to love this movie like I did. I'm going to go 4.5 out of 5 for The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. Oh, I got to talk about Smaug. I don't know how I forgot about that. He looks awesome. Benedict Cumberbatch is voicing him, and he does a great job. Smaug is so menacing in this movie. He looks great. The dialogue is great. He says so many awesome things. The conversation between him and Bilbo is just awesome. And like I said, visually he looks great. Everything about Smaug was awesome, and you do need to check this one out. 4.5 out of 5 for The Hobbit 2, The Desolation of Smaug. Looking forward to the last one. I don't want to wait a year, but I have to. So what are your thoughts on The Hobbit 2, The Desolation of Smaug? Let me know in the comment section below. Are you excited for the last one, or did you not like this one that much? Let me know in the comments, and as always, I'm the Modern Film Critic signing off.